following high school sports is a free service of Withers Broadcasting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is Cape Central Tiger football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk. This season of Cape Central Tigers football is brought to you by Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors and Coatings, Banterra Bank, Cape Career and Technology Center, Rosati's Pizza, Stone Mountain Flooring, Strickland Engineering, and DollarSavingDeals.com.
Blue 42. Blue 42 said hut.
Let's send it down to Ryan Winkler for all your play-by-play action on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as the Cape Central Tigers are going to take on the Lift for Life Academy Hawks here tonight on senior night for the Tigers as they honor the seniors from the cheerleaders, the band, and the football team here before the game.
Yeah, Ryan, and looking at our starting offense and defense, let's run down some of these seniors who are on the offense and defense. We talked about it. Carter Armstrong, Paul Tran, both receivers on this Cape Central offense, as well as Zaire Thomas and quarterback Declan Pittman. Then on the defensive side of the ball, Gavin Pittman, he is a senior, as well as Mateo Rivers. So senior night here at Cape Central High School, and we are honoring and saluting that. This is the pregame show sponsored by the Cape Career and Technology Center. Their vision is to provide an environment for students making career connections and advancements through education and training. The Cape CTC, proud sponsors of Cape Central Sports.
And actually, Chandler, that's my fault. I didn't get them all written down. We did Zeke Hall, Carter Hopkins, also seniors on the defensive side of the football. So I was trying to get them all written down for us beforehand, and then I didn't get a chance to get through all of them. And I just had another one. Joe Kuntz is also a senior. So, senior night here tonight, honoring the seniors. And of course, like Chandler had mentioned, all the players on the starting lineup that are seniors. And, you know, the two wide receivers, Carter Armstrong, Paul Tran, they have played well this season. Armstrong has, he's more of a, I don't know, how do I put it? More of a distraction, I guess you would say, for the run game.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. You know, according to the stats there, he's got 2 receptions for 4 yards. Paul Tran has 7 receptions for 205 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, you know, don't throw a whole lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
The other thing is, though, too, one of those touchdowns was from Zaire Thomas. He threw that touchdown last week against Farmington. And he's at 1 for 1, 53 yards and a touchdown.
Not a bad statistic.
That's his stat line for passing. You know, the other thing, receiving-wise, Zaire Thomas, he has 16 receptions, 448 yards, 9 touchdowns. And then Keyshawn Boyd with 4 receptions, 44 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Speaking of Zaire Thomas, you told me on the way over here he did get an offer this past week.
From Culver Stockton.
Okay.
And I think he has committed to Culver Stockton, actually.
Yeah.
Because the picture that he had put on Facebook, if I can get this to load, did say, I think it said committed across it. So, of course, it's not going to load. But it looks like as he's committed to Culver Stockton to play football there. Yeah. So,
well, very cool. That is Zaire Thomas. Of course, it is senior night. He is one of the seniors on this Cape Central offense. We tried to mention them all there. And Had a few more of the defensive names that we forgot about, but that's all right. We got them all mentioned. So it is senior night here at Cape Central High School, and they're taking on the Lift for Life Academy. They are a 4-3 team. They come into this game with 4 wins and 3 losses. And Ryan, kind of hard to believe that this is the second to last regular season game of the year. It just seems like it's flown by so quickly.
Yeah, I can't believe we're almost over with the regular season. Just 2 games left, this one, and then next week the final game of the season here at home against Kennett. So get to finish out at home at least. And then, of course, districts. Looking at the district standings, it looks like we'll at least be here for the first round. And we should be here all the way through till the championship. If Cardinal Ritter wins out, they'll end up being the home team for the district championship, which by looking at the district standings and the district teams, it looks like it'll be a rematch from that state semifinal last year, only this time it's going to end up being for a district championship. Which, unfortunately, it's unfortunate that these 2 teams, Cape Central and Cardinal Ritter, have to play each other that soon in the state playoff situation.
Yeah, that is pretty tough there because, as we know, Cardinal Ritter, we've talked about it a few times this season. They have several D1 commits on that roster, and they beat Jackson very badly too. Jackson's a good team, but they really struggled when they played Cardinal Ritter. So that'll be interesting to see how it all turns out. As we talked about, second to last game of the regular season, and then we will start the playoffs. So looking forward to that.
Speaking of Cardinal Ritter, they played Lift for Life earlier this season, and they beat Lift for Life 50-16. So
that was the finals. So
it didn't happen recently, so it's hard to you can't necessarily gauge that how you would do against Cardinal Ritter, but it's possible that you can take some positives and say if the Tigers end up beating Lift for Life here tonight by what we're used to, a running clock,
right,
that should give you some good confidence if you make it to that matchup with Cardinal Ritter. That should give you some kind of confidence there that you can hang with them.
I think so too. It really does say a lot. So we do once again want to remind you about the Cape CTC. They sponsor your pregame show here on Cape Radio 95.7 FM. The Cape Career and Technology Center. Their vision is to provide an environment for students to make career connections and advancements through education and training. The Cape CTC, proud sponsors of Cape Central football. Reminder for everybody out there listening, you can tune in 95.7 FM, also on 1550 AM. And also over there on YouTube, Cape Central Sports. Watch and listen to us call the games all season long from the press box.
As the Tigers come out of the tunnel over on the far side towards the left end zone. There's that's more fans than I expected for Lift for Life, Chandler. There's not a whole lot of them over there, but that is more than expected.
How many would you say? Maybe 15 or so altogether? 15 to 20, something like that. I'm not always a real good judge just by looking at a crowd. But
I say it's easy. I tried counting. It looks like 25.
Okay. All right.
Maybe more.
So, yeah, they have a little decent turnout here. We talked about they don't have an actual football field.
They don't have a football field.
Wow.
Their school is right downtown. If you're going to a Cardinal game, you'll drive right past it. You may not even notice it either. It's on the right side. It's not a big school. Mm-hmm. It's the high school and maybe the middle school, grade school. I don't know I can't remember how it's set up. There's 2 schools there. One's for younger, one's for the high school. And like I said, if you don't look for it, you won't see it. Yeah. It's not a big school. And driving past it, that's why you realize, that's why they're always on the road, because there's no room for them to put a football field there anyway. So all their games are road games. So that means we'll play them here again next year. You usually sign a 2-year contract with the opposing school to play twice. Usually it's a home and away situation, but with Lift for Life, it'll be a home and home.
So looking at some of the offensive stats here, looking at the rushing yards, Keyshawn Boyd, he comes into this game 15 touchdowns on the season. Zaire Thomas, the senior. It is senior night. He's got 6 touchdowns. Declan Pittman with 5 rushing touchdowns on this Cape Central offense. And we look at the receiving yards. 9 receiving touchdowns by Zaire Thomas. You got 2 from Paul Tran, 1 from Boyd. And that is what it looks like on the offensive side of the ball. So we're about 5 minutes exactly from kickoff. I guess will we take one more short little break?
We'll take a break and
we kick things off here at Cape Central High School this evening.
we'll be back after this.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sykeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Protection from the elements is more than shingle deep. That's why Reynolds utilizes the Owens Corning Total Protection Roofing System, featuring highly engineered components designed to help your roof seal, defend, and breathe. Tough shingles with grip of the Sure Nail Strip that outperforms the competition as an Owens Corning Platinum preferred contractor. Reynolds offers the Owens Corning Lifetime Protection Warranty with every new and replacement residential roof. Right roof, right roofer. With locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Your home for Cape Central Tigers football. Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as the Tigers are getting ready to take on the Lift for Life Hawks. And if you're watching on YouTube, you would say, well, that's SEMO's logo, and it is, but they've also changed the color of the beak. SEMO's logo, the beak is gray or silver, however you want to say it. And Live for Life, theirs is yellow.
So. I was going to say, yeah, it looks very similar at first glance, but when you really do look at it, you can tell it's not the exact SEMO Redhawks logo.
Yeah, there's no outline around the logo either that SEMO has. And there are some differences, but obviously the main part is the logo. As the Tigers are going to receive the opening kickoff here this evening. They're going to get the ball first. As the crowd got a little bit bigger since the since we got here, Chandler. We mentioned at one point that it didn't seem like there was a whole lot of people here, but now there are quite a bit more than than there were.
Just took some time to fill in a little bit.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, it's 7 o'clock. Looks like we're set for the kickoff.
We're going to start right on time, I think. And the ball fell over, so we're not going to start on time, Chandler. It's 7:01. Oh, no, it didn't fall over. Referee came running over here to... What do we do? What are we doing?
Don't really know. They're talking it over down there right now. Yeah, the ball didn't fall off the tee.
No, yeah.
So.
I thought that's why he was originally running over here, was because it fell.
Yeah.
But...
There's a flag. Okay.
Oh, no, they picked up the flag. They threw a flag before they... Oh, they're telling them to turn off the music.
Oh.
That's weird, because usually that's not a problem before the kickoff. And that's going to be a short kick caught at the 30. And he'll get out to the 35 before he is brought down.
It also is pink out night here at Cape Central Tiger Football Stadium. All the Tiger student section all decked out in their pink. And, of course, the players also have the pink trim that they're wearing out on the sidelines this evening, too, as Tigers will come out onto the field for their first possession of the game.
So Pittman will set up with Boyd in the backfield. Got two receivers to his right, one to his left, and he's going to put Thomas in motion. And they'll fake the handoff to Thomas. Boyd will run it up the middle and get close to the 40-yard line. Looks like he'll be marked down at the 39.
So Zaire Thomas, he is the leading rusher for this Cape Central Tiger offense. He gets the carry there, bringing up a 2nd and 5. Ball on their own 39.
Pittman gets the snap, hands it off to Boyd, and I think he's only going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll stay 3rd and 5.
Tigers offense faced with a 3rd down here, Ryan. They have been 18 for 37 on the season. When it comes to 3rd down conversions, that's 49%.
Two receivers. Pittman's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to throw. It's caught across the middle, down to the 40. And that is number 23, Deshaun Sims.
So big reception there. That's going to put them now into...
Goes from the 39 to the 38, Hawk territory. Sorry, Chandler.
Into Hawk territory. There you go. 1st and 10.
22-yard reception. Pittman ran that one up to the line of scrimmage and then tossed it across, as they'll hand this one off to Keyshawn Boyd, and he'll run that one up the middle and gain 9.
That is Boyd's 3rd carry already of the evening, as this Tigers offense looks to be marching down the field, putting together a pretty good drive here.
Pittman will put Thomas in motion. He'll take the handoff. Actually, he's going to fake the handoff. Now he'll pitch it back to Thomas.
Oh.
Thomas around the outside, down the sideline, touchdown. Tigers right off the bat. And the Tigers score on their first possession. And it's 6-0. As we await that extra point, Thomas got the handoff, got the pitch from Pittman and ran it around the outside all the way down to the end zone on the far sideline. As Charlton will line up for the extra point.
Yep,
and
they jumped.
Yeah. It's offsides on Lift for Life. I think they're just going to tack it on there to the kickoff, Chandler.
Yeah, you could tell he jumped there. That was pretty obvious.
And the kick is up. Man, it's good. 7-0. 9:29 left into the first quarter. As the Tigers strike first on offense on a huge run by Zaire Thomas.
That's right. So Zaire Thomas, that is his first touchdown of the night, also 7th of the season. Ryan, as he will, senior night, so we'll see what kind of night he does have here. Second to last regular season game, and we are taking on the Live for Life Academy. Not the SEMO Redhawks, though. I think there might have been some confusion on that. It is not the SEMO Redhawks, even though it does look a lot like them. Up here in the Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings press box for all your roofing needs, make sure you call Reynolds Roofing, the #1 roofer in Southeast Missouri, roofingbyreynoldsmo.com.
Yeah, I'm glad you actually said that because we forgot to mention that in the pregame. Their helmets also look like SEMO. They've got the Hawk logo on the side of their helmet. The white helmets with the white jerseys and white pants. They've got the same color scheme, red and black.
Yeah.
As a deep kick, it'll be caught at about the 10-yard line. He's going to bring it out to the 30, and he'll get pushed out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, as that was Deshaun Wilson.
So we'll see what this Cape Central Tiger defense can do as they will come out onto the field for the first time tonight.
Sorry, Tayshawn Wilson.
Tayshawn Wilson. And this defense has been so strong, Ryan, all season long. And we look to continue that success here this evening against the Hawks.
Quarterback Mikey Gerdine is going to be the starter, and the defense is going to get to him right off the bat. And a quick handoff, and they're going to lose some yards back behind the 30 to the 26-yard line.
You got Demarion Nunley and Cartez Hopkins there. A little combined effort, bringing him down for a big, big loss. It's going to be 2nd and 15 now for the Hawks.
Gerdine gets a bad snap. He's going to have to pick it up off the turf, and now he's going to try to run with it, and he'll gain some yards. He gets a little bit of that back to the 30, so he'll gain about 3 or 4. They're going to say it's 3, 3rd and 12.
They got the ball in their own 30 here for this 3rd and 12.
Gerdine gets the snap. It's a high snap. He's being chased by the defense. He's going to have to work his way out of the pocket, running it up to the 30, and he'll gain a yard or 2. Looks like he gets back to that line of scrimmage. And he'll bring up 4th and 10. And they're going to bring out the punt team.
So Tigers defense, how about that? Forcing the 3 and out.
basically no yard. I mean, that it was what it was. 0 yards gained on that play, or on that possession for the Hawks. And that kick is blocked, and it's going to be picked up, and he'll get brought down close to the 10-yard line, as that is
Cole Geyser.
Cole Geyser with a huge punt block to set the Tigers up with great field position here for their second possession of the game. Now Cole Geyser comes running in right through that defense, or right through that offensive line, and makes a big block on the punt. And so now the Tigers at the 11-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, and Pittman will hand it off to Boyd. He'll get to the 10. Actually, they're going to say he only made it to the line of scrimmage, so no gain.
Tigers offense making a few substitutions out there as Carter Armstrong will come off the field. He'll send Deshaun Sims in for this second down.
Pittman will set up with 2 receivers over his right side and Boyd in the backfield. Now he'll put a man in motion. He'll take the snap and hand it off right away as Boyd will plow through the middle. And it looks like he got to the 9-yard line. So he'll gain 2.
Well, last time they had a third down, they were able to convert with a big offensive reception. We'll see what they can do here on a 3rd and 7 from the 8.
One receiver on the right side. Boyd and Thomas both in the backfield. Pittman will hand it off to Thomas. He's going to run it around the outside, cut back towards the middle and into the end zone for another touchdown. That's 2 for him now. And it's 13-0 Cape Central. So another big run. Well, not necessarily big, but a good run again, because the first one he had was 29 yards. So
his second touchdown of the night, Ryan. It is senior night, and lots to feel good about early on here from this Cape Central offense. They'll send Joey Charlton on for the extra point attempt.
And the kick is up. And it's more of a line drive, but it goes right through the uprights anyway. So 14-0. Tigers up 2 scores with 5:41 to go. First quarter.
Let's go ahead and tell you about Rosati's Pizza. Whether it's for a quick lunch or you're bringing the whole family, Rosati's is the go-to place when it comes to all your pizza needs. Rosati's, feeding the people since 1964.
I think that's the pizza they have at the concession stand, Chandler.
Yes, and I know, well, we didn't have a tailgate tonight, but nights we have had tailgates, it seems like Rosati's is the one that will cater the pizza there too.
Yeah.
It's always very good. So Rosati's Pizza, make sure you check them out here in Cape. Been around for 60 years, 1964.
Just not here in Cape. They've been in Cape, because that's where Buffalo Wild Wings used to be, is where they are now. That one's back into the end zone. He's going to make the catch and forgot he can't catch it in the end zone and run it out. That's just an automatic touchback here. I'm trying to think how long Rosati's has been here. It's probably longer than I think, too.
I wouldn't know. I'm too young.
I don't think they've been here longer than you've been alive, that's for sure. Let me see if I can find out. Oh, 2019.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, not that long. Flag comes in on the throw is complete. Oh, no, it's incomplete. He dropped it. Let's see what the penalty flag is. And it's holding on the Hawks. So that will back them up. And make it 1st and 20. No. Yeah, 1st and 20. Sorry, I forgot he didn't catch the pass.
So I'm pushing back to the 10 now.
Yeah. Gerdine setting up in the backfield with a back to his. Oh. The snap came, and then we got a whistle. I don't know what the whistle was because they're not moving the football. A substitution coming in. It's Michael Burden. Gerdine gets the snap, steps back to pass. Thought about running, and now he's going to get chased from behind, spinning around, coming back towards the 10, and he'll dump it. Makes the catch at about the 15, gets to the 25, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. As that was to Cameron Johnson.
So it looked like he was in trouble on that play, Ryan, but somehow he was able to make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Come up with the first down, move the chain. Or no, actually 2nd and 3.
Yeah,
because
almost
they had that
gained,
big holding. So
they almost
gain
made
of
it, yeah.
17. Gain of 17. Now it's a 2nd and 3.
And a quick throw is tipped. Oh, almost intercepted.
Joe Hamlin almost picked off right there.
He got his hand up on it. Almost picked it off with one hand, too. As the other thing, just couldn't get a good grab on the football, but still knocked it down, makes it 3rd and 3. Gerdine will take the snap, and they're going to hand it off, and the defense was there, ready for that one. Loss of 5, I believe, back to make it 4th and 8.
And that is the senior there making the tackle, Gavin Pittman, on senior night, forcing the punt unit to come out here for the Hawks and give the Tigers the ball back once again.
Gavin Pittman, one of the main guys on defense. He makes a lot of tackles, Chandler.
Yes. And, of course, he is the brother to quarterback Declan Pittman.
And a high snap, but he's able to get it down. It's going to be a very low punt, and it'll bounce at the 40, the 45, and then go out of bounds at the 47-yard line. So the Tigers will take over in Hawks territory at the 47. So
not bad field position either, Ryan.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Unless you want to compare it to the block punt, this is terrible field position.
Well, yeah, I guess if you want to compare where they started off the last possession, maybe it's not the best. But hey, we're up 2 scores right now. It's 14-0. 4:04 left in the first quarter, and lots to feel good about here this evening as we're taking on the Lift for Life Academy.
We've got some Lift for Life fans tuning in as well on YouTube, Chandler. We've got a couple people saying, "Go Hawks, let's go Hawks." 3 people. As
a little quarterback keeper.
Yeah, Pittman keeps it himself, runs it up the middle. He will gain. Nope, got 10 yards. Got to the 37. I thought maybe that was going to be a little short of the first down marker, but nope. Got 10 yards exactly. Got it to the 37. We got 3 receivers to the left side. Boyd in the backfield. Thomas in motion. Pittman will get the snap, keep it himself. And there was an option play, but he went ahead and held on to it. He gets down to the 35. And he'll gain 2 yards.
Pittman keeps it on back-to-back plays here for the Tigers offense. Now going to bring them to the 35 for a 2nd and 8.
.3:15 left. First quarter. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left, and it's a quick throw to Thomas, and it's off his fingertips, and it's incomplete. Trying to get a quick bubble screen, but that defender was coming in quickly, and Thomas was trying to buy himself some extra time by stepping back a little bit, and went off his fingertips and incomplete.
It's a pretty high throw, too. I don't know if that was really one he was going to be able to rein in and catch, but 3rd and 8 now for the Tigers offense.
2 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Boyd in the backfield behind Pittman. And Pittman will step back to pass. They're going to float one down for Thomas, and he made the catch. Breaks free into the end zone for a touchdown. Somehow he makes the catch with 2 defenders on over him and breaks free and gets into the end zone.
And that's his 3rd touchdown of the night.
37-yard touchdown pass from Declan Pittman to Zaire Thomas. And that's 3 straight touchdowns, 3 straight possessions with a touchdown, as Joey Charlton will line up here for the extra point. As the kick is up, and it's good. So it's 21-0 here as the Tigers lead Lift for Life with 2:56 to go in the first quarter.
A 3-possession ball game, and we got to tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring. Locally owned since 1993, Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. Online at stonemountaincarpets.biz. Proud sponsors of Cape Central football.
So 2 touchdowns on the ground for Thomas and 1 receiving. He has 38 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns, 37 receiving yards with a touchdown. And Pittman with 59 yards through the air with a touchdown.
So that would put Thomas with 10 touchdowns on the season, Ryan. And as far as rushing touchdowns go, he would have 8. So yeah, he does have actually more receiving.
Yeah.
More receiving touchdowns on the season. I would not have necessarily been able to predict that.
And Charlton will kick this one deep, and it's going to get into the end zone. As this time he just lets it go over his head. He decided, I'm not going to waste the extra effort to catch it if I can't take it out of the end zone. So he'll just let it fall. And it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, Ryan, this defense has really stepped up, looking great already this evening.
A quick handoff. He's going to run it around the outside, and he's got enough for a first down, and that is the first down of the game for the Hawks.
Sure is.
Got from the 20 down to the 36-yard line. So nice 16 yards there for Gerdine. He's got 2 receivers on his right, 1 on his left. Nope, 3 receivers on his right. 2 guys came in from the sideline. And another high snap, but Gerdine's going to bring it down. He's going to roll to his right, looking downfield, and he's going to go out of bounds, and he lost yards there on that one, as that's not actually Gerdine. That is Phoenix Isaiah. And he loses 3 yards there. Makes it 2nd and 13.
That Tiger defense coming up with another loss on the play. And they've been known to do that pretty well all season long.
We're going to go in the Wildcat formation now as the Hawks set up with Javon Scott. He'll take the snap, another high snap. He'll bring it down. He's going to try to run around the outside on the left side, spin move, and he falls forward back to the line of scrimmage. So he gains those 3 yards back, and it'll make it 3rd and 10. A minute 38 to go.
Both teams making a few substitutions here, it looks like, for this 3rd and 10. 1:25 remaining in the first quarter. Tigers up 21-0.
We're going to bring Isaiah back out onto the field in the quarterback position. 3 receivers to the right side, and he's going to hand it off. Running it up the middle, breaking a tackle, getting across the first down marker, breaking free now again, running to the right side, up the 30. To the 25, to the 20, and he'll get brought down from behind at the 19-yard line, just short of the 20-yard line. That is number 23, Marco Jackson. So a big run there for Jackson. What was that, a 30? There was a 30-plus yard run. Trying to remember. I think it was a 38-yard run for Jackson.
Yeah, that was, you didn't think he was going to be able to get as many yards as he did, but.
And we got a timeout from the Hawks as the play clock was down to 0, almost down to 0 when they finally called the timeout, so. They'll take it here. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back after this.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sikeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sikeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Let's head back to the booth. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.
So 27 seconds left here in the first quarter as Isaiah will take the snap. He's going to roll to his left. Quick throw is caught, and he'll get out of bounds short of the first down marker. That's Deshaun Houston who made the reception. And it's a 7-yard gain. He's 2nd and 3.
So the Hawks are in the red zone for the first time tonight, looking to put up some points here.
They're going to hand it off, and he will get spun around and brought down, I think, just at the line of scrimmage again. So that will do it for the first quarter, as it'll be, I think, 3rd and 3 when we come back. Tigers leading 21-0. We'll be back.
Protection from the elements is more than shingle deep. That's why Reynolds utilizes the Owens Corning Total Protection Roofing System, featuring highly engineered components designed to help your roof seal, defend, and breathe. Tough shingles with grip of the Sure Nail Strip that outperforms the competition as an Owens Corning Platinum preferred contractor. Reynolds offers the Owens Corning Lifetime Protection Warranty with every new and replacement residential roof. Right roof, right roofer. With locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com. Every pass, every tackle, every touchdown. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as the Tigers lead 21-0 here over at Lift for Life. But the Hawks are in the red zone, and it's 3rd and 3 as they are threatening to score some points here, Chandler.
Yeah, especially after that big run, too. It set them up nicely here to maybe finally cut into this 21-point deficit that they're faced with.
And they're going to fake the handoff. Rolling to his right is Isaiah, stepping back. He will throw, and it's incomplete. I'm not sure if that missed his receiver or if it was tipped, but an incomplete pass. We'll bring up 4th down. Isaiah had tons of time there, too. There was nobody around him, as he had plenty of time to look around downfield to try to find himself somebody to throw to. I think he saw someone there right at the last second, threw it, and I think it might have been tipped a little bit. So they're going to Wildcat snap it to the running back, and Scott will get enough for a 1st down and move it to 1st and goal for the Hawks.
I didn't know, Ryan, if they would keep the offense on the field or just try to get 3 on the board, but they keep the offense on the field, move the chains.
Another bad snap, but he was able to grab onto it, falling forward down to the 5-yard line. He'll gain 2 yards, make it 2nd and goal, as that was Marco Jackson. They went back to the Wildcat formation. I think they're just going to do it again here, Chandler.
Yeah, from the 5.
Now Scott will take it this time, and we got a flag coming in. He gets into the end zone, but we'll see what the flag is first, and it's going to be holding against the Hawks. So that will push them backwards. Javon Scott with the Wildcat was able to get into the end zone, but unfortunately, a holding penalty when one of his teammates pushes them back. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 15-yard line.
That hurts them quite a bit there too, Ryan, because they were set up nicely to get some points on the board. Now they're going to have 15 yards to go.
Throw into the end zone, and it's incomplete. I think there was a tip there in the corner of the end zone, and then once that ball makes contact with somebody, you're allowed to hit the receiver. And I think I don't know if he meant to hit the receiver. I think he was trying to get maybe the interception and then wasn't able to get there and actually accidentally ran into that receiver. But yeah, that's one of the rules where once the ball is tipped, obviously there's still some room that you can't just plow a guy just because the ball was tipped. Yeah. But if it's tipped near that receiver like that, you can come in and make a tackle. So Isaiah will step back. He's going to throw towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. They're trying to get that touchdown. It's 4th and goal now, Chandler.
From the 15, what are they going to do?
I have a feeling they're just going to try to go for it again.
Well, it worked last time, so see if it works again here. From the 15, it's 4th and goal.
Yeah, the only problem for Lift for Life here in this situation is there's not a 1st down to get. Last time they had just to get a 1st down, and that set up better for another 4 downs. And Isaiah's going to roll to his right. He throws. It's caught at the 5. or the 6. Let's see what they mark it down. It's going to be a turnover on downs there as they didn't get enough to get into the end zone. And they will mark it at the 6-yard line, so the Tigers will take over on their own 6.
So yeah, Henderson, he was able to make that catch there for the Hawks, but just not enough for the touchdown. That's what they would have needed there because it was a 4th and goal from the 15, and now the Tigers will take the ball back 21-0 as they lead it here on senior night from Tiger Stadium.
Receiver on each side. And they're going to put Thomas in motion. And they'll hand it off to Boyd, who will run it up the middle and flip over the offensive line. Looks like he'll gain a yard. Nope. Didn't gain anything. 2nd and 10. And that's Boyd limping here over to the sideline, Chandler.
Yeah, don't like
He's
to see
had
that.
a little bit of an ankle problem every so often, and now he just can't get over there on his own.
Dang. They'll have to take a look at him.
He's had it twisted a couple times by the defense, not tonight, but just throughout the season. Defensive players, when they make a tackle, if you can't grab them around the waist, they'll slide down and grab them around the ankle, and sometimes they'll grab and twist a little bit, and he falls over, and it just, it's not meant to be malicious, but that definitely it'll take its toll on you, as he is able to get up now and walk off. They may have told him to get down, though, too, just to stop the play clock.
Well, good to see him up and walking. They will send in Brayon Clemens in place of Boyd here for the 2nd and 10.
So he's going to have a seat over on the trainer's table and probably get taped up. He'll get looked at and then probably taped up. So we got 2 receivers out there, 2 in the backfield, and they'll put Paul Tran in motion, and now a flag comes in from way back here in the back. And it's a delay of game penalty. Yeah, you call it delay of game on the Tigers, so that'll move them back to the 3-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 13.
And not the best field position right now for this Tigers offense. They're going to have to try to work themselves out of a bit of a hole here.
Yeah, Pittman and Boyd and Clemens setting up in their own end zone. As they'll fake the hand. No, they do hand it off. Pittman sold that really well because I thought he had the football. Boyd will take it down to the 8-yard line for a gain of 5. Or was that Clemens? Sorry. Clemens with a gain of 5. We had 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, throw across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. As they couldn't hit Armstrong across the middle. Or sorry. That was not Armstrong. Couldn't hit Jathan Spain across the middle. And so set up to punt this one away now.
First punt of the night for the Tigers is they've been able to come away with a touchdown on every other possession so far. That's okay, though. They're up 21 points. And that was a tough possession there, too, field position.
It's a little end-over-end kick. It's going to bounce, roll out towards across the 50. And I think he thought about picking it up, number 10, Chris Larkin. But once he kind of looked off to his left, he realized, nope, there's some guys coming for me. I'm going to let that one go. And so it'll be downed at the 43-yard line in Hawk territory. So a nice punt there by Garrett Snyder.
Very nice punt. Got to tell you about Strickland Engineering, mechanical, electrical, civil, structural, and surveying. Strickland Engineering has you covered. For more information, find them online at stricklandengineering.com. So Lift for Life Academy, last time they had the ball, they put together a pretty nice drive. It resulted in a turnover on downs when they couldn't complete the 4th and goal. They had a 4th and goal from the 15. Now they have a 1st and 10.
And the completion over to the right side. Deshaun Houston will make it back to the line of scrimmage, to the 43. He just switched over to the near hash instead of the far hash. A little bit of a high snap. Isaiah will pull it down, throwing downfield, and it's caught. What a play. What a throw into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks. Holy cow, how did he get that in there, Chandler? He thread the needle right into the hands of his receiver. That's
Henderson.
Kellyon Henderson with a huge play. From the 43 in their own territory all the way down to the end zone, a big play for the Hawks. What a catch. What a throw.
That'll silence this crowd a little bit here.
Yeah, just a tad. Mostly just because it's shocking how he made the catch.
Yeah.
And a false start on the Hawks. They're not going to kick any extra points, and I'm guessing that's why they didn't kick any. They do have a kicker on the roster here, but I'm guessing they just don't go with the kicking.
So they'll keep the offense out here for a 2-point try.
And now they'll have to try it from the 8-yard line. Scott will get the direct snap, and he's able to break some tackles, but now he's going to get brought down, and the 2-point try is no good. So it'll be 21-6 with 7:47 left in the second quarter. What a play there from Isaiah, Phoenix Isaiah, throwing it to Kellyon Henderson. And he just, perfect placement right over that inside shoulder, and he made the catch and running it down the sideline. And it's just, holy cow. That was a 58-yard touchdown pass.
Man.
Yeah.
Crazy. So the Hawks will finally get some points on the board. We thought maybe they would last possession, Ryan, but not the case. It turns out it took them a little bit longer. 21-7, though, that is your score with 7:47 left to go here before the half. And welcome to the jungle. That's what they're playing right now. It is Pink Out Night and Senior Night from Cape Central Tiger Football Stadium. Let's go ahead and tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring is your trusted source for all things flooring, online at stonemountaincarpets.biz.
So a lineup here for the kickoff with 7:47 to go in the second quarter. Got to readjust the football.
A little windy out here this evening.
And that one's a line drive. It's going to bounce. It'll get picked up to the 25, now to the 30, and close to the 35-yard line as he'll come down at the 34. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
And just a reminder for everybody, if they're watching on YouTube, Cape Central Sports. You can watch, listen to us call the game at the same exact time. Also, locally on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and 1550 AM. Tigers ball with the first and 10, ball on their own 34.
Give a little bit of a shout out here, Chandler, to the folks watching in St. Louis. There are quite a few comments for the Hawks.
We're happy to have you along.
Yeah, glad you could join us. As Pittman throws downfield, and it's caught by Thomas to the 20. 10. Touchdown. The Tigers answer right back. And it's 27-6. What a play. What a throw. 2 back-to-back great touchdown throws. One from the Hawks, one from the Tigers.
And Zaire Thomas has
with another one.
Every single touchdown so far tonight is 27-6, and Charlton will come on for the PAT.
So 3 straight possessions with a touchdown, then a punt, and now another touchdown. And the kick is up. And it is good. It is 28-6 as the Tigers score and get that 21, or they're up to 22 now, get a 22-point lead. So that's one thing too, Chandler. You know, the Tigers offense can strike quickly. You know, that punt that they had to do, they didn't have enough room really to work with anything. They were trying to run the ball and create some space between them and their own end zone. Yeah. And this time they had plenty of time, and they took a shot downfield, and then, of course, Thomas open across the middle, makes the catch and takes it into the end zone.
Yeah, what a big how many yards did that go for, by the way? They were on their own 34.
Yeah, so there was a 66-yard touchdown pass.
All right. My mental math was not
I had
quick.
to put it together.
So 66 yards for Zaire Thomas, and it's 28-6.
And the kickoff back towards the end zone, and he'll make the catch in the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll come out to their own 20-yard line. 7:31, just over 7.5 left here in the second quarter. It's 28-6.
We'll see what this Hawks offense can do. Is last time they had the ball, they got a touchdown.
Yeah, they had that big 54-yard touchdown pass. We had two 50-plus yard touchdown passes, Chandler, back-to-back like that. That's crazy. Usually you don't see that.
No, you don't see that too often. But they'll get the ball on their own 20 for first and 10.
They got 2 running backs and a flag is going to come in. I think it's going to end up being a delay of game as the play clock is at 0. And that's what it is. It's a delay of game penalty. So that'll move him back to the 15-yard line. First and 15 from the 15. Quick throw over to the right side, and thought about trying to make a move on the defense. And they'll gain a few yards back. They'll gain 2 yards back, get it to the 17-yard line, 2nd and 13.
So approaching 7 minutes to go here before the half. Tigers up by 22.
And they'll hand this one off. He takes a step backwards as he was trying to run to the right side and then had to put on the brakes, back up, and run back up the middle. Nice gain there for him as he gets almost to the 25-yard line. They get it to the 24. It's 3rd and 6. Third and 6 from their own 24-yard line. 6.5 to go in the second quarter. Gerdine was back in the game. He is back in the game at quarterback. He's going to throw one downfield. It's caught right across the middle. Another big touchdown pass as he's got nobody in front of him. He gets into the end zone. That was to Deshaun Houston for another touchdown. That goes from the 24. That's a 76-yard touchdown pass, Chandler.
Oh, man. So we've seen now the last 3 scoring drives have all been 50-plus yards to the house.
That's crazy. That is a crazy stat. 3 touchdowns in a row. 50-plus yards. Passing, not even running. Runs we can understand. That happens all the time.
And the way I look at it, they're not going away.
Going to try to run it up the middle for the 2 points, and he's going to push the pile in, and they get it. And it's now 28-14, so they've cut the lead and now trail by just the 2 touchdowns.
Hanging in there, right?
Yep, hanging around.
This game is not over yet. So 28-14 is your score. 6:12 left to go here in the second quarter, and I guess we'll go ahead and tell you about our sponsors. Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors, and Coatings. For all your roofing needs, call Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors, and Coatings. #1 roofer in Southeast Missouri, roofingbyreynoldsmo.com. You can visit them online, proud sponsors of Cape Central football.
28-14. 6:12 left here in the second quarter. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen. And what started out as kind of a blowout has turned into a heck of a game. It's a battle, the offensive battle now. The way these two teams have struck back. A 54-yard touchdown pass from the Hawks, followed by a 66-yard touchdown pass by the Tigers, as that one will bounce, and he's going to pick it up at the 20. And he will not get anywhere after he kind of fumbled the kickoff. Couldn't quite pick it up off the turf. See where they actually mark him down. They're going to mark him at the 19. So 54-yard touchdown pass for the Hawks, then a 66-yard touchdown pass for the Tigers, then a 76-yard touchdown pass for the Hawks.
So, yeah, Ryan, it seemed like Tigers might have been running away with this one early, but Lift for Life Academy says, no, we're hanging around. We're not letting this one go yet. It's just a 2-score game now with 6:05 left to go for the half.
Pittman will hand it off, and the ball is loose on the turf. And I think they did. The Hawks fell on top of it. Keyshawn Boyd, I don't know if it was just the handoff wasn't right in his breadbasket or if he just mishandled it. But it came out and bounced around on the turf, and the Hawks are able to pick it up. And now they have great field position to try to make this just a 1-score game.
Wow. Who would have thought? Early on, it just seemed like the Tigers were going to just dominate this one, run away with the game. And here we are now, the Lift for Life, the Hawks, they have the ball, and they're practically in the red zone already to start off this next possession here. They could cut into this lead, and Tigers could only be up by 1 score. So we'll see what happens here. 1st and 10 from the 17.
Gerdine in at quarterback. And we get a penalty. Nope, timeout. Lift for Life was able to get that timeout in before the play clock ran out. So they've used 2 of their 3 timeouts. And they've used them twice to stop a penalty from happening with a delay of game.
We will go ahead and tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. Online at stonemountaincarpet.biz, the proud sponsors of Cape Central football. Cape Radio 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. Also on YouTube, you can watch and listen to us call the game at Cape Central Sports. And you can even go back and listen to previous weeks, too. That's something I'll have to admit I did a little bit of that, too. Just kind of want to see how we sounded and everything, make sure everything checked out. And you can do that, too, if you want to go back, listen to some of the games, hear how Cape won and everything like that. We've had a great season so far. It's senior night here at Tiger Stadium, also pink out night. Everybody has the pink trim on, and the student section also has their pink on as well. Lift for Life will take over now. 1st and 10, exactly 6 minutes to go. Ball on the 17.
A man in motion. Gerdine will fake the handoff. He's going to roll. Throwing to the end zone. High. Incomplete. It went over the hands of one receiver and almost into the hands of another. As I believe that was Tony Woolfolk Jr., who's the son of the head coach, Tony Woolfolk.
Okay.
He was the man that almost made the catch in the end zone.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 now from the 17.
So they put Isaiah back in the game, I believe, as they will just run this one to try to gain some yards. It'll be 3rd and 8 as he gets to the 15. That may not have been. No, that was not Phoenix. That was Javon Scott. Scott setting up in the quarterback position as he's going to try to sneak one across into the first down marker in a direct snap. Now they're going to hand it off. He's got some room, gets across, and he breaks one tackle. He's going to get brought down, and they're going to stop the play. Forward progression is going to mark him, I think, a yard short. 4th and 1. That was Cameron Johnson. And we got an injured player down on the field for the Tigers. So we'll get a stoppage of play there with 4:56 to go in the second quarter. It's 4th and 1, Chandler on the 8. Now, if you're the Hawks, you're probably going to run the ball.
I would
if you're the Tigers on defense, what are you looking for? Are you going to have the Wildcat? Is he going to run it up the middle? Or are they going to try another play just like that and hand it off and try to fool you that way? Because I thought he was going to keep it himself, but he did end up handing it off to Johnson. Johnson is a senior. He's a 5'9" senior, according to the roster from Lift for Life.
Good to see him up walking.
He had a tiny bit of a limp there to start, but it looks like the more he walks, the more he's working it out. Now he's going to jog a little bit, try to test it out. May not have been actually any kind of anything down below the ankles or below the knees. We'll just call it a lower body injury. That's what we'll call it. And there he goes right up the middle for the first down, and they're going to mark him down at the 1. As he did just run it right up the middle.
Yeah.
That was Javon Scott once again. And now Scott's going to do it again right up the middle, and he gets into the end zone as he falls forward. The defense stopped him at the line, but he was able to push it a little bit more and makes it an 8-point game now, 28-20, 4:39 to go in the second quarter. With the Hawks 4-3 coming into this one, they've had some big wins, they've had some big losses, and they've had some close games.
They have. It's really been, I guess they've played a lot of different types of competition this year because it's really been a tale of 2 different games.
What a high snap, and he's going to get in. And they do say he gets across for the 2-point conversion. So now it's a 6-point game, Chandler, 28-22.
Who would have thought?
Man, the way this game started, 21-0, it's been 22-7 since then, with the Hawks scoring all these touchdowns.
Man.
And they've had big touchdowns, too. They had the 2 big touchdown passes. One for 54, one for 76 yards.
Wow. Yeah, this has really kind of turned into an offensive shootout almost. Here in the second quarter, both teams just explosive on the offensive side of the ball. So 28-22, yeah, 6-point game now as the Hawks have cut into this deficit here. 4:39 remaining in the second quarter. It's senior night here from Tiger Stadium. And we got to tell you about Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings. For all your roofing needs, call Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings, #1 roofer in Southeast Missouri. Roofing by ReynoldsMo.com.
That's what you like to see, too. Chandler looking down on the sideline. Joe Kuntz getting the crowd to try to fire up the crowd, get some noise back into the stadium here, getting the student section to get back in the game.
Need a little momentum on our side.
It's another short kick, and it'll bounce right into his hands, and he comes up to the 35, and he will be marked down at the 35.
It's getting a little chilly up here.
Yeah, actually, I think it got cooler than I expected.
Because it got well compared to earlier this week. It's been rather warm, but yeah,
It says it's 51.
Okay, yeah, you can tell it's been cooling down.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 35 as the Tigers are up by 6.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pittman will get the snap. He's going to hand it off. Boyd will run it up the middle. And he's going to get to the 40-yard line, so a gain of 5. Second and 5 from the 40-yard line. Pittman hands it off again to Boyd, and he will hit the line. He breaks the tackle and then gets wrapped up around the shoulders. And he'll gain, looks like 3 yards to make it 3rd and 2. Tran and Armstrong go over to the far side. They'll be the 2 receivers on the left. Boyd and Thomas in the backfield. Handing it off to Boyd. Stiff arms one. He's got enough for the first down, and he'll get pulled out of bounds near the 50-yard line. Looks like maybe the 48. So a nice gain of 5 for Keyshawn Boyd, who's back in the game. It's nice to see that he was able to get back in.
Yes, sure is. And Hurst bringing him down there for the Hawks defense is 1st and 10 now. Got 3:20 remaining before the half.
And a bad snap, but Pittman was able to recover and get it to Boyd, and Boyd is still able to gain a few yards. And they're going to call him down as the ball came out, but the Tigers fell on top of it. So technically, if you look at it this way, the Hawks caught a break on that one, because that one ball popped out a little bit further downfield with the Tigers falling on top of it. So they're, if you can't fall on it yourself, it's good that they call him down instead of an actual fumble. So it gets to the 49. 2nd and 7. 2:30 to go. As Pittman will get the snap, and I thought that was a flag, but I think someone just has yellow gloves as he can lose a yard to the 50.
Yeah.
Right? You saw that, right? I thought there was a flag in there, but somebody just has...
Yeah. Number 34 for the Hawks defense, who is actually not on our roster. But yes, that is who it was that has the yellow gloves. Yeah, I don't know. Not on the roster, but
yeah.
But yeah, got a little confusing there.
3rd and 8, and the Hawks will take a timeout with 2:13 left here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 8 as they lost that yard back to the 50-yard line.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring as we take this timeout. Locally owned since 1993, Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring, online at stonemountaincarpet.biz, sponsoring Cape Central football all season long. Cape Radio 95.7 FM, 1550 AM, also on YouTube at Cape Central Sports. You can watch and listen to us call the games here. As the ball will be placed at midfield for a 3rd and 8. 2:13 remaining before halftime.
Receiver on each side. And Thomas in motion. Little bubble screen back to Thomas, and he's going to get tackled in the backfield for a loss. And that'll bring up 4th and long from the 43-yard line. A loss of 7.
So we're going to have to punt this ball back now to the Hawks. Wow, pretty surprising here, Ryan. I would not have expected this. It's difference in the 1st and 2nd quarter here at Tiger Stadium this evening. Hawks will get the ball back now.
And a flag's going to come in as he ran into the kicker. And the punt will roll. And the Tigers will pick it up at the 28-yard line. But we have a flag on the field as the Hawks ran into the kicker.
Can't do that.
And that will bring the Tiger offense back out on the field because that is an automatic 1st down.
Okay. Tigers offense going to catch a little bit of a break here.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
They still got some time if they want to score before the half.
Yeah, minute 21. It'll be a good way to kind of stop the momentum as that punter Garrett Snyder, obviously the senior, did a good job. That's good because sometimes you want to avoid getting hit if you're a punter or a kicker, and he went ahead and just took the hit so he can get that penalty. And they're going to hand it off to Boyd. He's going to run it up the middle and get down to the 35-yard line, so a gain of 7 makes it 2nd and 3. And just over a minute left, a minute 5.
Tigers do still have all of their timeouts.
Yep, yeah, that's right. All
Hawks,
3.
I think they took all of theirs.
Yeah, they just used their last one right before the punt. Or no, right before 3rd down. Pittman's going to roll, throws. It's caught by Tran, and he's going to get out of bounds. Just shy of the 25-yard line at the 27. So a nice 8-yard pass there for the Tigers. New set of downs, 1st and 10. Tran in motion, 3 receivers over to the the left side. Quick throw is in and out of the hands and incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. (28-22), 6-point game. 43 seconds remaining. Play clock down to 8. Pittman steps back, throws to Boyd. He's going to run it around the left side. He's got enough for a 1st down, and he'll get out of bounds across the 20, across the 15. And actually, it looks like they're going to mark him down at the 15. So a gain of 12.
And a good idea there to run out of bounds, too, to stop that
stop
clock.
the clock. Save the timeouts in case you need them.
Exactly. Ball on the 15 now for a 1st and 10.
Got trips on the right side now. Pittman rolls. Quick throw. Caught by Thomas. And he's going to get brought down after he... Nope. They're going to say he made it to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10. I thought they were going to give him at least a yard or two. So 29 seconds left here as the Tigers take their first timeout. They're going to talk it over.
And as they take this time out, we tell you about Rosati's Pizza. Whether it's for a quick lunch or you're bringing the whole family, Rosati's, the go-to place when it comes to all of your pizza needs. Rosati's, feeding the people since 1964. So that's the first time out there by the Cape Central Tigers this evening. The Hawks took all their timeouts rather early, but 28-22. That's your score as the Tigers look to add to this lead a little bit. It's one of those things. They seem to be running away with this game early on, Ryan. 21-0 was the score, but after that, the Hawks said, we're not going away. This game is not over, and it turned it up on offense a little bit. 28 now, 22 is the score as Tigers are in the red zone. 2nd and 10, ball on the 15.
And we get a whistle as a flag comes. Wouldn't necessarily say flying in as he just dropped it there in the end zone. We'll see what they call here. Right now it's 2nd and 10. It's a penalty on the Hawks, an illegal substitution. So that'll push the Tigers closer to the end zone. That'll give them 5 yards, make it 2nd and 5. Pittman will hand it off. Boyd's going to run it up the middle, and he'll get to the 5-yard line. So a nice gain of 5.
There's that second timeout.
Nope, never mind. Penalty on the Tigers, a chop block. So that's actually going to push the Tigers back now. So it'll remain 2nd down. Only this time we're going back to the 20-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 15. 23 seconds to go. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Boyd in the backfield. Pittman gets the snap. He's going to roll. He has to get rid of it quickly. It's caught by Boyd. Gets it to the 10, to the 5, diving. And he's out of bounds before he gets to the end zone at the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 1. 15 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
And I'd like to think we could be able to punch this one in here, Ryan. Gonna have 4 tries to do it. 15 seconds.
And 2 timeouts.
And 2 timeouts because that flag meant that we did not have to call that second timeout.
The Wildcat, Boyd will take the snap. And he does not get in. It looks like he gained maybe half a yard to the goal line almost, as the Tigers are going to take a timeout. So 7 seconds left. I know there's really not much you can do that's different other than setting up like that again and having one of them run it in, Boyd or Thomas.
Just got to punch it in. That's all you got to do right now is they're inside the 1. And we'll go ahead and tell you about Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings. For all your roofing needs, call Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings #1 roofer in Southeast Missouri. Roofing by ReynoldsMo.com and proud sponsors of Cape Central football. 7 seconds, 2nd and goal. Ball inside the 1.
Well, here we go. 7 seconds. This is still the first half.
It's been an offensive shutout. Or shootout, rather.
Yeah, there you go.
Not a shutout.
Not a shutout.
But a shootout.
So Boyd is going to get the direct. Oh, and it's a bad snap, and it gets away. Fumble, and it's going to be picked up by the Hawks. And the Hawks will get it with 3 seconds. So now, Chandler, I'm expecting, since we've seen it twice, I'm expecting a deep pass. And maybe that may be a good chance for the Hawks to run it, though, too, with the Tigers expecting a deep pass.
Maybe they'll do some laterals here before
Yeah, maybe.
halftime.
Oh, man, that'd be something if we could see that.
Because we haven't seen that at all this season.
No, we haven't, yeah. We have it at the 9-yard line. 3 seconds, 28-22. The Tigers have 4 defenders in the back. They are way back here, near the 40, near the 35. Got 2 at the 30, and they're going to hand it off. And he will spin around and get brought down. He'll gain a couple, but that'll do it for the first half. The Tigers lead it by 6, 28-22 as we go into the halftime locker room. We'll be back after this with the halftime show. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
Protect your home's curb appeal. Don't let black streaks lower the value of your home. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings installs Owens Corning Street Guard algae-resistant shingles. These shingles inhibit the growth of algae by using a specialized copper line granule from 3M. They're available in a wide variety of styles and colors and comes with a 25-year algae resistance limited warranty. Keep your roof looking like new. Right roof, right roofer. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings with locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes, such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sikeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sikeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Every pass, every tackle, every touchdown. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as the Tigers lead here at the half 28-22. And the Lift for Life Hawks have made it an interesting game, Chandler.
Yes, it's I think it's surprised a lot of people here in the stands this evening, Ryan, as the Tigers went up early on 21-0. And all of those touchdowns coming from Zaire Thomas. And so 21-0 early on, we were thinking, yeah, it's probably going to be a continuous clock once it gets to the second half. But that's just not the case. We have a 6-point ball game here. It's 28-22 as the Lift for Life Academy Hawks. They have really come together here in the second quarter. Offensively, had a couple of really, really big plays. And it set them up here with just a 6-point deficit. They trail the Tigers 28-22 at the half. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second half. Is really right now the Hawks have a lot of the momentum on their side. And as far as the Tigers go, they're going to have to step it back up defensively. We've seen the defense be so strong all season long. And they've come up with some really good plays here this evening too. But it's just a matter of shutting down the passing game, I think, this evening for the Hawks, because it's been very explosive, especially in the second quarter. So 28-22, that is your score. We will tell you about Strickland Engineering, mechanical, electrical, civil, structural, and surveying. Strickland Engineering has you covered. For more information, find them online at stricklandengineering.com.
So a 6-point lead for the Tigers. And like Chandler said, 3 touchdowns in that first quarter was 21-0. A 29-yard touchdown run by Zaire Thomas and a 9-yard touchdown run by Thomas. And then a 37-yard touchdown pass from Pittman to Thomas was the first 3 touchdowns of the game for the Tigers. And then it was a big 66-yard touchdown pass from Pittman to Thomas. So Thomas actually has 4 touchdowns now again tonight, as he's had 2 on the ground, 2 through the air. And at this point, it's almost like what can't he do now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Last week he had a passing touchdown too.
That's right. Zaire Thomas, the senior, on senior night, and we talked about it on the pregame, Ryan. He has got that offer, and did you say it is official? He has committed to play?
I think that's what I still haven't been able to get that to
okay,
load.
Well, if we do get that official, then we will pass that along. But
no, just an offer.
Just an offer. Okay, so he hasn't officially committed, but it is an offer on the table for him. What is the name of that school?
Culver Stockton.
Culver Stockton.
Culver Stockton Wildcats. And that's one of those things too, Chandler, where a lot of people like to look at someone like Zaire Thomas and say, he's too short to do that and whatever. No, that's not how that works. You can be short. Barry Sanders wasn't that tall, and look what he did. Marshall Faulk wasn't that tall, and look what he did. So, it doesn't matter how tall you are. You can do what you want if you work hard and put in the time.
That's right.
And that's a good example right there.
Zaire Thomas, he is 5'6". That is his listing here in our roster. So 6-point lead by the Tigers at the half. 28-22 is your score. And we always like to talk a little college too, unless you got some high school. You have any high school score updates you'd like to give us?
Sykeston is trailing New Madrid County Central 14-7.
Okay.
Jackson, they don't play till tomorrow. It says they play tomorrow at 2 against Miller. I think they're playing Miller Career Academy.
All right.
The other one I was going to look at was St. Vincent and the Grandview Eagles. They don't have any kind of update there for us. So, other than that, I'm going to go back to you, Chandler.
All right.
Because we're going to talk some. Oh, Poplar Bluff and Kennett, but there also no update, just says 0-0.
Well, Ryan, I'm sure you're thinking about some games tomorrow. One in particular probably is your Tennessee Volunteers going to be hosting the Alabama Crimson Tide. Both teams come into that one 5-1 on the season. And I still haven't filled out my picks yet. I need to do that.
Jeez, what are you waiting on?
I know. Sometimes I get it done early, and sometimes I wait till the last minute. That's going to be a good game, though. I really don't know who I'm going to pick yet.
It should be a good game.
I almost want to pick Tennessee, but we'll see what happens. I know Alabama has won the last 9 of 10 matchups there. Tennessee has won, I guess it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But, Alabama has dominated that one as of lately. Other big games tomorrow, you got Georgia and Texas. So number 1 ranked team in the nation, Texas, taking on number 5 ranked Georgia. The game will be played in Texas, as well as a few other games, top 25 matchups like Michigan and Illinois. And then also number 6 ranked Miami going to Louisville tomorrow. So there's a few matchups that we run down for you in the world of college. And then also you got the NFL on Sunday. Did your fantasy team win this last week, Ryan? Did you win or lose? We're playing this week, by the way.
Oh, are we?
We are.
I did not win.
Okay. So you are 2-4.
Yeah.
And I'm 2-4. They have it projected that I'm going to win, but only by 2. So that could go either way.
Say right now I'm up 1-0.
Saints defense last night.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Well, I do. Yeah, I remember that. I'm gonna have. The problem is there's no other defenses for me to pick that are worth anything to pick up. Really, you know what I mean?
And yeah, the Saints defense has done fine this season, but overall, the Saints though they've really fallen apart since the first 2 weeks. They looked like one of the best teams in football after week 2. They beat the Panthers week 1, the Cowboys after that, and since then, they've been faced with some injuries, and they've lost their last 5 straight now.
Yeah.
They're 2-5, and, we got some more matchups coming up, too. How about another Sunday morning game? They got another Sunday morning game.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad one, isn't it?
I think Jacksonville plays again.
Jacksonville and New England.
Yeah.
People were talking about, somebody said, London doesn't deserve the game they're getting, and everyone's like, why? What, are they that good? No, it's just that bad. It's like nobody really wants to get out that early over here for that game, that's for sure.
Well, both teams are 1-5 there, and last week the Jaguars played the Bears Sunday morning and lost big. That was 35-16 the final. Bears had a good game, and
so I'm guessing. Do you think the Jaguars just stayed in London?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't even know.
I wonder if they. Why would
why would you come all the way back?
Would you come back
again?
just to go back again?
Yeah, so I guess Trevor Lawrence and the team, they're probably just hanging out in London all week.
I would think so. Yeah.
Festivities to do over there, but anyway, yeah, both teams come into that game 1-5, and Jaguars are really struggling.
I was going to say the Jaguars. That's kind of a disappointment when you think about it.
It is. I'd like to see them do well.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be their
Something is not working.
No.
For them.
It's not. And I've said too, I think they should probably fire their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I've made that point a few times. Press Taylor. He was there last year too. He's still with them. But we'll see what happens. It's one of those things. Teams take a little while to get going, and I think the Jaguars are definitely an example of that in the past few years. So they're 1-5. They'll take on the Patriots Sunday morning. It's another 1-5 team, and our 2 fantasy teams, Ryan, are going to be facing off this week. So best of luck to you.
Yeah, I mean the way my team's been playing, the way my team's been playing, it'll probably win. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break. We will be back after this. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger Football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
Protection from the elements is more than shingle deep. That's why Reynolds utilizes the Owens Corning Total Protection Roofing System, featuring highly engineered components designed to help your roof seal, defend, and breathe. Tough shingles with grip of the Sure Nail Strip that outperforms the competition as an Owens Corning Platinum preferred contractor. Reynolds offers the Owens Corning Lifetime Protection Warranty with every new and replacement residential roof. Right roof, right roofer. With locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Momo's Favorite Treats Bakery in Jackson, the St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, Jackson Deli in Jackson, Rock and Roll Drive-In in Chaffee, and Tropical Island Pets in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Are you ready for more out of life? Gain the skills and knowledge you need at the Cape Career and Technology Center to pursue a new career as an emergency medical technician, a dental assistant, medical assistant, practical nurse, or a medical coder. Cape CTC gets you job ready with a fast-paced and focused curriculum. Visit our website today at capectc.org.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com. Let's head back to the booth. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as the Tigers lead Lift for Life 28-22 here at halftime end. It was 21-0 there in the first quarter. The Tigers scored 3 straight touchdowns, and now it's been 22-7. With Lift for Life scoring the majority of the points, getting themselves back into the game, down by just 6.
Hey, it'll be a very interesting second half, no doubt about that, because you got to figure the Hawks have a lot of momentum on their side right now, and as far as that goes, well, thought that the Tigers probably would run away with this one early on. It just wasn't the case. They went up 21-0 early, and Lift for Life Academy, they strike right back. 28-22 now is your score. And the Hawks will get the ball to start the second half.
And actually, it could be a 4-point game. They did have one 2-point conversion fail.
Yes.
So it could be a 4-point game.
Be. They are not kicking then. That's pretty what we've decided.
They've got a kicker on the roster. They do have someone listed as a kicker, but he has not kicked. I'm guessing it's just the kickoffs, because I'm thinking the kicks aren't necessarily squibbed on purpose. I think it's just they needed someone to do kickoffs, and he was the best one out of the ones that tried it. So he kicks a lot of line drives, so he's not going to be able to kick any kind of extra points or field goals.
That's right. Once again, we got to remind everybody, too, you can watch and listen to us over on YouTube, Cape Central Sports. You'll find it over there, Week 8, Cape Central versus Lift for Life. Got a few hundred people over there watching, so we appreciate that. Also on the radio, Cape Radio 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. We always appreciate everybody tuning in, leaving all their comments and everything. It's good to hear from you, whether you're supporting Cape or Lift for Life, because we do have some people up in St. Louis listening to us this evening as well. So thank you so much for that. 28-22 is your score here at the half. I'm Chandler Jansen along with Ryan Winkler, and we enjoy calling these games for you. Kind of hard to believe, too. I said it earlier, Ryan, and I'll say it again. It's really kind of surprising that this is the second to last regular season game. It just feels like this season's gone by so quickly, but we will have the postseason after that, the playoffs, and maybe we'll get to make a little bit of a run there. We have last 2 years now, so we will see what happens as far as it goes this year, because we enjoy calling these games. It's a lot of fun. 28-22, that is your score here at the half. Senior night, also pink out night. That's what the Jungle is wearing, the student section. So everybody is here. And
is weird because according to the schedule, next week is supposed to be pink out.
Yes. Oh.
So I don't know if maybe they're going pink out again, or maybe the schedule just wasn't right. I mean, it's the schedule on Misha's website, so.
Yeah, I can't always trust what they say.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, though, they probably wouldn't wear pink back-to-back, but I'm sure it'll be something else next week.
Yeah.
And as we said, too, Lift for Life, they do have 20 or so people over there.
Mm-hmm. May even got.
They might have more people by now.
Maybe up to close to 30 now. I think I tried to count. I think I counted 25 earlier. Somewhere around 25, so they may be up to 30. Did gain some more people. There's quite a few over there, right in that front row section that they're all wearing red. And it almost looks like they're all dressed the same. So I wonder if that is.
Oh yeah, they were down there doing some of
the players maybe.
Well,
or managers. Do they have? They do have
equipment
managers. Yeah, here they are, Chandler.
Okay.
They've got.
Is that who that is?
Head equipment manager, head football statistician, head athletic. Well, I'm not the head athletic trainer, but they do have some managers and guys on the team here. So yeah, we've got a student assistant, which says Mikey. That can't be right. Football support staff says student assistant Mikey Gerdine. He's the quarterback. I don't know how that works.
I don't think that'd be right.
Yeah, that can't work for them.
Well, Ryan, how was your Blues game?
Yeah, I went to the Blues game yesterday. It was fun, and then it was stressful, and then it was fun again. Because that third period, so the Blues won in overtime. They won 1-0. That third period, I'd say the last half of the third period, probably even more than that, was just nonstop back and forth up and down the ice. No breaks, nothing, and it just the more time ticked down, the more stress you start to feel about somebody scoring, because it feels like once it gets to a certain point you score, that's going to be tough to tie it back up again.
Yeah. I got a little confession for you, though, Ryan.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I've ever watched more than about 30 seconds of a hockey game in my entire life.
30 seconds? That's hardly anything.
I mean, I don't even know if I've watched 30 seconds. I've never watched any amount of hockey. I've never really had much of an interest in watching hockey.
You're going to have to check it out, because
a lot of people say that. A lot of people enjoy it, I know.
A lot of people have never watched it, and then they watch it, for a little while, and they get hooked. So
maybe I just need to give it a chance.
I think you just give it a chance.
Sit down sometime and try to understand how hockey works, because I would not know the first thing about it, truly.
So speaking of pro baseball, the Mets beat the Dodgers 12-6.
Okay.
So they forced a Game 6 now, as they are trailing 3-2 to the Dodgers, 3-2. And the Guardians and the Yankees are playing right now. They're in the middle of the fifth, according to this, and the Yankees are up 3-2. So the Yankees are leading that series 2-1. So if they win tonight, they can go up 3-1. but they are playing in Cleveland, so
Okay.
Guardians have a little bit of help there with that home field advantage. I know Joe Bob wouldn't like it, but I think it'd be neat to see the Mets and the Yankees in the World Series. We'd seen it once before, but that was a long time ago. We need another one.
Guess the Yankees have the biggest fan base, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much. They're one of those teams that they're one of the teams that kids like a lot because they're good, and then they end up growing up just liking them as they grow, and then that's when you stick with it, because that's how a lot of it is. When you're a kid, it's usually when you pick your favorite team.
Yeah,
and you just stick with it. So some of it is, probably comes down to parents, and then
that too,
or just happen to be. So, the Cubs used to be on WGN all the time. My cousin, he's a Cubs fan, and it's just because they were on TV all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a Braves fan. I think it was because they were on TBS all the time.
Right.
There was more baseball to watch back then than there is now. Now you only get really the local game and then whatever's on ESPN or Fox on the weekends. But back then you could get your local game. Then you could also get the Braves or the Cubs because they were on their own channel. That was a national channel.
And I've never been really much of a baseball fan either. I think I've told you that before.
Yeah,
I tried to keep up with baseball a little bit for like one season when I was younger. And, I sort of like the Orioles, I guess. But I've always rooted for the orange teams.
Oh, yeah.
Because orange is my favorite color. And I've always liked all the orange teams. It was Syracuse orange in basketball when I was a kid, and I haven't followed them much lately. I'd like to get back into watching them a little bit this season. Jim Boeheim, the legendary coach for them, he's retired now. Adrian Autry's taken over, head coach for them. And then, of course, on football, college football, always been a Clemson Tigers fan. So, the orange teams, I was always drawn to them as a little boy watching, and that was my favorite color. So. Always had an appreciation for all those orange teams.
Yeah, and I think that might be one of the reasons why I like the Broncos.
Yeah.
Because they wore orange, and I'm a Tennessee fan. And I've always liked Tennessee.
There you go.
And I think just that they both wore orange kind of drew it too. Which is also the team that beat the Saints yesterday.
That's right. Bo Nix, the rookie from Oregon.
Yep.
Fun fact about Bo Nix, too, by the way. They said that, this is just a pointless little stat for you here, but shortest names in the NFL, he tied the record for that with the name Bo Nix, because that's just 5 letters between his first and his last name. And so Bo Nix, that ties the record in NFL history for shortest name that there's ever been. There's a little fun fact, just a meaningless, pointless little statistic for you, if you needed to know that. Bo Nix, the rookie from Oregon. He's now with the Denver Broncos.
I've never seen this whole season. I've never seen that be a problem. I guess maybe it just has to do with the referees. They're telling them to cut the music. Seems like they just let it go until the actual kick has been made, but not today. That's a little bit of a shorter kick than we're used to, as he'll bring it out to the 25 and trying to break tackles.
Oh!
And the ball comes out, and the Tigers are going to... I don't think they did.
I think they
the Hawks fell back on top of it.
I thought so.
So the Hawks actually get a lot of extra yards there after the fumble. And the Hawks fell on top of it. The referees are going to talk about it. Maybe discuss whether he was down before or not. I don't know. There's the other referee from the far sideline is going to come in. And there for a second, it looked like he was going to be too late. Now he's going to come over here and talk to Coach Gibbs. I thought I heard him say something about fouls. Yeah, he's talking to Coach Gibbs. And are there flags out there? I don't see flag. Oh, there is a flag back there near the 15. So the first penalty is declined. The second penalty, block in the back, is accepted. And that's going to move them. They're going to tack it on from where I guess the flag was, or the penalty was. That can't be where the penalty was. That was where they caught it. We're going to go to the 7-yard line. The ball placement is the confusing part for me.
Yeah, because that's going to move them way back.
Yeah.
Compared to where they had the ball.
And I'm trying to figure out where they're marking off, where they mark from to go back to the 7 as well, because I don't know. So 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line for the Hawks. So Gerdine back in the game, and he's going to hand this one off, running around the left side. And he's going to get pushed backwards, and they're going to mark him for a loss back at the 5. So they'll call that forward progression down at the 5, so it'll be a 2-yard loss. 1st and 12. Sorry, 2nd and 12. And that was, I believe, Marco Jackson.
So yeah, Hawks offense here making a few substitutions as they'll lose 2, 2nd and 12.
We're going to go the Wildcat, and a lot of movement on the offensive side for the Hawks. A false start for the Hawks, and that's going to push them to the 2-yard line, 2.5-yard line. You got to go half the distance to the goal from the 5 would be the 2.5. So Wildcat again, he's going to get the snap. He's going to come around to the outside on the right side. A flag comes in, and he'll get across the 10. The ball, I think, came out, maybe, but I don't think it matters. I think he was down before that anyway. But there is a flag back. It looks like the goal line. There's 2 flags, actually. There's going to be a holding penalty on the Hawks. So let's see where they place this football, Chandler.
So they'll send Cole Geyser off the field. Brayon Clemens coming in for the defense.
Where? On the 1-yard line. They're going to load it up over there on the right side. That's where he's going to run the ball. Coming around the outside, he's avoiding another flag comes in, and he's going to make a spin move and break a tackle, and he's going to get brought down now near the 30-yard line. But I think we're just going to go back to probably the goal line. Maybe a safety, actually. As the Tigers coaches, players calling for that safety. It's holding on the Hawks, and it is a safety. So it's 30-22. So you get a penalty there at the 1-yard line. You can't go back any further. And I think the holding happened in the end zone. So, safety. So they gain 2 points. It's not exactly how you would want to, or how you would think a team would score coming out of the halftime locker room. But the Tigers will take it because they get 2 points. And now the Hawks, I believe, are going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about getting a safety, Ryan.
Yeah, you get the ball right back.
2 points and the ball back. As Tigers now are up by 8, 30-22. That's your score with 10:36 left to go here in the third. Tell you about Strickland Engineering. Mechanical, electrical, civil, structural, and surveying. Strickland Engineering has you covered. For more information, find them online. StricklandEngineering.com.
They're going to punt it away from the 20. We got to punt it. And that is a high punt and a short punt. And the penalties come in I don't think you can do that. He called for the fair catch, and I think he made contact with the player as well.
All the refs threw their
flags. Yeah,
there.
all three of them over here. Actually, there's one on the other side, too. So, yeah, they all threw a flag. So, yeah, let's see how they figure this out. What are they going to do here? Yep. Fair catch interference. That's what I thought they were going to call. So that will give the Tigers a nice little chunk of yards closer to the end zone. Yeah, he threw that hand up, waved it, and he tried coming in to make that catch, and he ran right into, well, I wouldn't say ran right into, I guess. He made contact. Definitely made contact with the Tiger player that was calling for the fair catch.
So, yeah, early on here in the third quarter, we've seen quite a few flags already.
Yeah.
This one will work in favor of the Tigers, putting the ball now on the
32.
32, okay. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 from the Hawks' 32-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side. Man in motion. That's Sims. And look at the snap, handed off to Thomas. And Thomas will have to get out of bounds as there was nowhere to run. Everyone was in front of him. He'll gain a yard to the 31.
Zaire Thomas, what a night he has had so far.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns already. He had 4 in that first half. 2 on the ground, 2 through the air.
So they'll send in Carter Armstrong, and Deshaun Sims will come back out for the Tigers offense.
So 2nd and 9 as 2 receivers and Thomas. Sorry, not Thomas. Thomas in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Thomas. He's going to break a tackle and get across the 30 down to the 27, 28. Let's see where they mark the football. 28-yard line. So a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 6. Two receivers on the right side. 1 over the left. Thomas in the backfield. Pittman will put Tran in motion. He's going to take the snap, hand it off to Thomas. He's got a blocker. He'll fall forward at the 25, and they're going to mark him down at the 25. So another gain of 3 will make it 4th and 3. Nope, we got a face mask penalty on the Hawks, so that's going to give them a 1st down. So look at the ball at the 20, a 5-yard penalty tacked on after the run by Zaire Thomas. Gives them 1st and 10 from the 20 in the red zone with 9:17 to go in the third. Pittman moves Spain, and they're going to hand it off to Thomas. He started to go up the middle. Now he's going to cut across over to the far sideline, and he'll get across, I believe, the first down marker as one of the chain gang gets taken out. He had his feet knocked out from underneath him. As they got it to the 11.
So
9 yards.
All right. Not quite good enough for the first down. So 2nd and 1 from the 11.
They're going to hand it off to Thomas. He'll get a first down as he gets across the 10 down to the 6 or 7 yard line. Looks like the 7 yard line. So a gain of 4.
There's the first down. 1st and goal from the 7. Tigers looking to add to this lead a little bit. They're currently up 8. They can go up by 2 scores here.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pittman will take the snap, throws across the middle quickly, and it's incomplete. And a flag comes in right there at the end of the play. And I believe it's going to be a pass interference penalty. Yep, pass interference on the defense. I thought he kind of got a hand in there a little quickly, but I think his other hand, his left hand, was on the back of the intended receiver and gave him a little extra shove when he reached forward to try to knock the ball away. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
They'll send Sims back in there for Armstrong on the offense.
Pittman will take the snap. He's going to give it to Thomas. Thomas runs it up the middle, and he'll get down to the, I believe, the 1 yard line. So another 3 yard gain for Zaire Thomas, as he's just chipping away at those yards. Two receivers to the left. Thomas in the backfield. They're going to give it to Thomas, and he's going to get hit right away for a loss back to the 5 yard line. They saw that one coming, Chandler. They were ready this time.
Yeah. So they'll lose some yardage there.
That's the thing. I don't see Keyshawn Boyd anywhere down there, Chandler.
Yeah, I don't think he's been in.
I don't even see him on the bench anywhere on the sideline. As Pittman will take the snap, give it to Thomas, cuts across up the middle and into the end zone. He got across the goal line for a touchdown. And it's 36-22 here in the third quarter. Back up by 14. I've got him for 60 yards on the ground.
What a night he is having.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns on the ground, 2 in the air. He's got 5 total.
This might be his best performance all season when it's all said and done.
I think, yeah. Yeah, when the game finally ends, I think you're going to be right, Chandler. I think it's going to be at least another one somewhere in the when the flag comes in. And offsides on the Hawks. They're just going to decline the penalty. The Tigers will. 6:50 left here in the third quarter. Kick is up. And it's good. So 37-22. up by 15. They get some points back, Chandler, and extend that lead, separate the two teams now once again.
Yep, up a little bit more comfortably now than what we were at half. That is for sure. Now a score is 37-22. 6:50 left to go in the third quarter. And we got to tell you about Rosati's Pizza. Whether it's for a quick lunch or you're bringing the whole family, Rosati's is the go-to place when it comes to all of your pizza needs. Rosati's, feeding the people since 1964. So it'll be interesting to see now if the Hawks will be able to put something together on offense here. They've been able to do some stuff through the air, especially in that second quarter. They really turned things around, cut the deficit, surprised a lot of people, I think, here in the second quarter. And, well, the Tigers are up now a little bit more comfortably than what they were, 37-22. That is your score, as we got a very loud car driving by.
I think he's been by a couple times now already.
Make sure everybody hears him.
As this one is another little bit of a short kick, caught at about the 9, as he's going to bring it out, trying to cut across. Now he'll go over to the far sideline, trying to avoid the defense. He'll get brought down at about the 26, 27-yard line. So nice little return there, just shy of 20 yards.
We'll see what the Hawks offense can do as they'll come back out onto the field.
Much better start to this offensive drive for the Hawks. As that first kickoff to start the second half ended up with the Hawks giving up 2 points on a safety.
Just flooded with penalties and everything else, and it just resulted in a safety. Man.
It's all right. It happens.
I don't usually do that.
And they're going to hand it off. He's going to run around the left side, pushes forward on his blocker, and he's going to get brought down shy of the 45. Looks like the 43 is where they'll mark him down. It's a nice little run there for the Hawks, as that was Javon Scott. As the clock continues to run, he was tackled inbounds. We're under 6.5 to go here in the third. Phoenix Isaiah back in the game at quarterback for Lift for Life. Play clock down to 10. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Steps back to pass, and we get a whistle. Blue whistle, but nothing happened. So Gurdon's back in the game. Mikey Gurdon will get the same, looks like the same setup offensively for the Hawks. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gurdon steps back to pass. He's going to be brought down for a loss of a yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. I still don't know what that whistle was about. Nothing happened.
I don't know either.
Nobody.
See anything.
They didn't move the ball forward or backwards. So I don't know what that was. Oh, 5.5 to go here in the third. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left again. And they're going to hand it off, running around the outside on the far sideline. As he gets across the 45 down to the 46-yard line. So it's 3rd down. 3rd and 7.
A few substitutions for this Tiger defense as Reed will come on and they will take Zeke Hall back off. 3rd and 7 for the Hawks.
Phoenix Isaiah back in at quarterback for the Hawks. He's got trips on the right, 1 on the left. He's going to step back to pass. Here comes the defense. Pocket collapses. He's going to have to run with it, and he will lose a few And he'll lose 1 back to the 45, so that'll bring up 4th down. It's 4th and 8. Fourth and 8 with 4:20 to go in the third as the clock continues to roll.
I would think they're going to punt this one away, but we will see.
Phoenix Isaiah did a good job there getting out of the pocket. Unfortunately, he ended up losing the yard, but that pocket collapsed quickly, and he was able to see that coming and got out of there. We're going to go for it here on 4th down. Kind of a bad snap, but Phoenix will pull it down, throwing it downfield across the middle, and it's incomplete as it was knocked away by, I believe that's Mateo Rivers. There it is, number 6, the senior, Mateo Rivers, knocking it down and having the ball turnover on downs for the Tigers. 3:50 left in the third.
Defense coming up with a big stop there, shutting down this Hawks offense. As we thought that maybe, just maybe, there would be a little bit more competitive matchup here going into the third quarter, especially after the second quarter we saw from the Hawks. But look at that Tigers defense stepping up here, 37-22 your score with 3:50 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, the way that first half ended, expected a shootout here in the third and here in the second half, but so far it's been the Tigers, and the pass is incomplete. The ball is loose, it's free, and it's going to be picked up by the Hawks, and he's got a blocker, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. I don't know. They did not blow the play dead. There's a flag actually over here near the 15, and I think it might have been maybe a block in the back, but that wasn't necessarily a backwards pass. It was more of a side pass. And I don't think I don't know. I don't think it should have been resulting in a fumble. So the touchdown has not gone up yet.
I just don't know how they would have. He didn't make the catch.
Yeah.
He didn't make the catch, so he didn't have possession of the ball at any point in time.
Yeah, and like I said, it wasn't a backwards pass, which even when you pass it overhand backwards, it's considered a lateral. That was just a
incomplete pass,
I would think. Maybe it was a little bit backwards and it just didn't look like it from up here. I don't know. So the touchdown does not count due to the penalty. But the Hawks do have the football with 3:34 to go in the third. There's just been some calls by the referees tonight. Twice the whistle's been blown, but nothing has happened. As Phoenix Isaiah will roll to his left. He's going to throw to the end zone, and it's out of bounds. As he tried to lead his receiver, but it went out of bounds shy of the end zone. It was Tony Woolfolk Jr. was the intended receiver.
Threw it out of bounds, and now it's a 2nd and 10 from the 27.
Which honestly was a better throw for Isaiah because there was a defender right in front of his receiver. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Phoenix Isaiah will not go anywhere because the flag comes in with a whistle. And it's a penalty on the Hawks. And a false start. So it'll be 2nd and 15 now instead of 2nd and 10. These penalties working for the Tigers, as I think this game could be a lot closer if the Hawks wouldn't have so many penalties here in this third quarter.
I never like a game with all these flags. It just frustrates you sometimes.
Isaiah steps back. He's going to throw again towards the end zone, and that was a bad play there by the Tiger defense. It's going to be incomplete. but it will be a pass interference call on the Tigers, as I don't think he had necessarily meant to, but he fell into that receiver, knocked him down before the ball could get there. The ball would not have been caught either. That was going to be too far out in front of his intended target. But I just mentioned, the penalties working for the Tigers. Now they're working for the Hawks. At least that one did. And it'll be a 1st and 10. And waiting for the chain gang to move along with the football. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line.
Either way, we've been plagued with a lot of penalties in this third quarter.
Scott will take the snap. He's going to try to run it around the outside. He does get around the outside. Flag comes flying in. And he was short of the end zone. But it doesn't really matter, as the flag came flying in there at the end, towards the end, and it's going to be a holding penalty on the Hawks. So we'll move it back again.
So many penalties. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, most of them have been on the Hawks. Vast majority on the Hawks, that's for sure. So 37-22, that's the score. 1st and 12, they'll say. 1st and 12 from the 20.
The Hawks looking over to the sideline for the play. A receiver on each side. Isaiah in at quarterback. He'll put a man in motion. They're going to go with the jet sweep. Coming around here to the near side. Another flag comes in. It's going to be another holding penalty, I believe. And I think, was there another flag that came in there at the end of the play, Chandler? I couldn't really tell.
I think there might have been.
So much happened. Yeah, he is actually talking to that referee on the sideline. So we've got a holding on the Hawks and a face mask on the Tigers. So the penalties will offset, and we will, let's see, where are we at here on the field? 22, a 2-yard loss. Nope, just at the 20. So nobody lost any yards. Still 1st and 12.
Let's hope we don't get a penalty here by either team.
That's all we ask for now. There's just no penalties.
After like 6 straight here or something like that.
Gerdine back to pass, throws towards the end zone, and it's tipped and it's incomplete. Good defense there by the Tigers, and Malachi Johnson getting his hand up into the air to break up that pass. It'll be 2nd and 12 now.
Hey, we didn't get a flag, finally.
That's right. Yeah, no flag on that one.
Something to feel good about. 2nd and 13, they'll say. I think it'd just be a 2nd and 12, but
they add that yard on from earlier.
They're still at the 20.
Maybe they did lose a yard back to the 20. And they're not going to go with the jet sweep. They fake it. They're going to hand it off. He's going to run around up the middle. He started to come to the right side, and then he worked his way back to the middle and up to the 7-yard line. Did he get all 13 yards? No, he did not.
Yeah, I don't think he quite got there.
Looks like he got to the 8, so he got 12 of the 13. It's 3rd and 1. So they went with a fake jet sweep. And then handed it off, and he tried to go around the right side, had to put on the brakes and work his way back to the left, and then took it up the middle. And a direct snap to Scott. He'll get the first, and he's still working his way towards the end zone. And he'll be brought down, looks like at the 2. They'll mark him down at the 2. 2 or 3. Either way, 1st and goal for the Hawks. 2:12 left in the third quarter. Another direct snap, and he does get across the goal line for a touchdown. And it's 37-28. Now they're going to go for 2 to try to cut it down to a 7-point lead.
Yeah, we talked about it, Ryan. I don't think that the Hawks are going to be doing any extra point attempts tonight, or any field goals for that matter either. It's every time they've scored, they've gone for 2.
Another whistle. And now nothing with the football again. So that's at least 3 times that this has happened. And I don't understand what exactly they're blowing the whistle for. No, so the original thought wasn't a touchdown? I don't understand. They called it a touchdown. We thought it was a touchdown. All right, we're going to go for 2. A high snap, and he drops the football, and he's going to get pushed over, knocked down, and that will be an unsuccessful try for 2. And it'll stay a 9-point game.
Still a 2-possession game. Catch a little bit of a break here if you're the Cape Central Tigers defense. Just think this, though, Ryan. Best game we've seen all season long.
Yeah.
Think about it, because besides the Jackson game, we've blown everybody out. Jackson blew us out, we'll admit it. But this is the closest. Here we are with 2:05 left in the third quarter. This is the closest game that we've seen all season long. This is a good one, so don't go anywhere. Cape Radio 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. Also, if you want to head on over to YouTube, you can watch and listen over there. Cape Central Sports. I'm Chandler Jansen. Got Ryan Winkler over here to my left, and we're bringing you coverage of Cape Central Tigers football. Still a 2-possession game here at Tiger Stadium as the failed 2-point conversion. That's all they've gone for so far this evening. I don't guess they have a kicker.
I don't think they have.
I don't know.
I guess they don't have a kicker that they trust to make extra points. Because they've got Michael Burden kicking here, but he's not even listed as the kicker on the roster. And he kicks it to about the 20. And he called for the fair catch. That's Mateo Rivers. I don't think he realized he called for a fair catch. Or forgot that he called for a fair catch. He tried to take off, but they'll get it at the 22. 1st and 10. 2:04 left in the third quarter. That's right. We still have a whole nother quarter to go. It's a 9-point game.
And you got to figure, too, Ryan, Zaire Thomas, what a game he's had this evening. Will he get in the end zone again? I'd say it's pretty likely. We'll just have to see, though, as he's responsible for all of the points.
Yep,
here,
all
the
touchdowns.
two.
Yeah, all the touchdowns, yeah. That's a good way to put
Extra
it. All
points
the touchdowns
belong to Mr. Charlton.
And then that safety, as they're going to hand it off to Thomas. He's going to run around to the right side, and he'll get pushed out of bounds at the 26-yard line, so he'll gain 4 yards. So 2nd and 6, under 2 to go. I guess he did go out of bounds. The clock's continuing to run, so. Pittman, 2 receivers, and he's going to put a man in motion. And they'll hand it off, running it up the middle. And he gets stopped as he tried to push himself forward for a couple extra yards. As that was Clemens. He's going to gain 3.
Brayon Clemens brings it to the 29.
Minute to go, and flag comes in. He jumped across the line, and that will give the Tigers a first down.
We'll take it.
A good chunk of that offensive line that jumped there for the Hawks, too.
Yeah, they got
Or
several
defensive
people.
line, sorry.
They got several people on that line to jump. So 1st and 10 now from 34.
2 receivers over here to the right side. 2 in the backfield behind Pittman. He's going to put Thomas in motion. Quick throw. Caught by Thomas. He's going to build up some speed here on the near sideline. Breaks 1 tackle, and then he'll get out of bounds. It's a nice little gain of 8. Nice gain of 8.
Cool little spin move there from Thomas, too. 2nd and 2, though. Get the ball now on the 42. As time keeps ticking away here, we'll probably have time for maybe one more play before the 4th quarter starts.
Yeah, no play clock as it's under.
Well, if they have to snap it or not.
I don't think they're going to.
Just let this one run down.
So we're going to go to the 4th quarter with the Tigers up 37-28 here over Lift for Life. And we will be back after this. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Protect your home's curb appeal. Don't let black streaks lower the value of your home. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings installs Owens Corning Street Guard algae-resistant shingles. These shingles inhibit the growth of algae by using a specialized copper line granule from 3M. They're available in a wide variety of styles and colors and comes with a 25-year algae resistance limited warranty. Keep your roof looking like new. Right roof, right roofer. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings with locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Your home for Cape Central Tigers football. Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here, 4th quarter, as the Tigers lead 37-28 as we flip the field. The Tigers are going to go from left to right now on your dial if you're listening on the radio, and the Hawks will go from right to left, and we get a whistle. And nothing happens once again. We're checking the down marker, I guess. They weren't sure if that was actually 2nd down, but it is. 2nd and 2. And we get flags and a false start on the Tigers. I don't know what that buzzer was.
Well, it looks like the game clock has not started for the 4th quarter. I don't know.
So it's 2nd and 7. I guess that means even in the up there in the box for the scoreboard, they saw them false start and didn't even start the clock. They're going to hand it off. Torrance Murray will get enough for the first down as he gets across the 45 down to the 48. A nice 11-yard gain for Torrance Murray.
Murray, of course, he has 141 yards on the season, 1 touchdown for this Tigers offense. And that will be his first carry of the evening. 1st and 10 from the 48.
3 receivers to the right side. Trans in motion. Pittman gets the snap. He fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, runs it up the middle, and he'll get across the 50 down to the 49-yard line in Hawk territory. It was a good play there, too, because the defense came in expecting the handoff, and they got Murray right away. But Pittman had kept it himself, gained 2.
So I think the key here, Ryan, you want to take some time off the clock. Don't get in a big hurry at all. You're up 2 scores right now. Hang on to the ball and just manage this clock and win this game.
Pittman will get the snap, hand it off to Murray. Murray will get across the 45. And it looks like they're going to mark him down at the 45. So a gain of 4. It's 3rd and 3. $10:18 to go, 4th quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pittman will take the snap, give it to Murray. He's going to be met at the line, and he's not going to gain anything. That'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 3.
What do you do here, Ryan?
Oh, boy. I don't know. That's a good question. You're almost too close to trying to punt it away.
I get the feeling the offense will probably stay out.
Yeah,
here.
I think they're just going to try to go for it, try to get 3 yards, and if not, I hope the defense can hold out and stop the Hawks from putting up any more points.
There's Ira Thomas in the backfield on the 4th down.
They're going to put Thomas in motion. 1 second and a whistle. I think they were trying to get him to jump off sides, and the Tigers will take a timeout before the delay of game penalty. And I think that's exactly what it was. They were trying to get him to jump, and they didn't get him to jump.
And sometimes that's a pretty smart thing to do, because then you wouldn't have had to run an offensive play. You would have just gotten that 1st down and got to kill a little bit more clock. As Tigers are leading 37-28. They're up 2 scores, and we have 9:20 remaining in this one. Let's go ahead and tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring. Locally owned since 1993, Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring, online at stonemountaincarpet.biz. And this game's a little bit closer than any other game we have seen so far at this point in the game. If you're tuned in watching on YouTube, Cape Central Sports, also over on the radio, Cape Radio 95.7 FM and 1550 AM, as we bring the coverage to you all season long. But yeah, looks like Tigers should be in control of this one, but a little bit closer than some of the previous victories we've seen from the Tigers this season. 4th and 3 from the 45.
3 receivers to the right side. Pittman will take the snap. Going to hand it off. Murray right up the middle. Got enough for the 1st down as he gets across the 40 down to the 39. And a nice 1st down for the Tigers. Keeps the drive alive and, more importantly, keeps the clock running.
And that's what we want to see here, Ryan. Got to kill that clock and maybe go down, put some more points on the board to just extend this lead a little bit at Tiger Stadium here this evening.
Trips again on the right side. Now put Thomas in motion. And a bad snap is going to be picked up by Thomas. He'll spin and try to break a tackle. He's going to get brought down at the 45-yard line, so a loss of 6 will bring up 2nd and 16. And I don't know if it was necessarily the snap or if maybe it was just mishandled on the play that they were trying to run. I don't know.
I don't know either. We definitely caught a break there. There's no doubt about that, as the Hawks could have easily picked up that one. And they're making a few substitutions out there on defense. We've got a 2nd and 16 from the 45. 8:09 left to go.
2 receivers on the right. Make it 2 on the... Oh, man, that's definitely a bad snap. Now Pittman's going to have to fall on that one, as that one shot past him, and they're going to lose it way back to the 36-yard line. And I don't think that snap was supposed to happen.
Yeah, that was a bad snap there.
So it's 3rd and a mile, 3rd and 34.
See what they do here with 34 yards to go. 7:30 left now in the ball game. 37-28 is your score. 3rd and 34 now from their own 37.
3 receivers on the left. They're going to just hand it off. Murray is actually going to make it to the 50, and he'll get brought down as he gets across the 50-yard line. Back into Hawk territory at the 44, 46, 47. They're going to mark him at the 47. 7 minutes to go, so 4th and 18. So nice chunk of yards there, though, for Murray. As he got it back into Hawk territory, and now they will punt this one away. As Garrett Snyder, he'll come out. See where he can pin the Hawks, or maybe get it. It's a nice low punt that's going to bounce, and it's going to roll, and it'll be. Ooh, I think it got back into the end. No. They're marking it down at the 1, Chandler.
I thought so, yeah.
What a play by the Tigers. Coming back in and marking it down at the 1-yard line. They're going to, the referee's going to talk about it now, but I think, nope, they are going to say Hawks football at the 1.
Wow.
And I didn't get the camera down there fast enough, unfortunately. And I feel bad about that because that was a heck of a punt and a heck of a job chasing that one down and keeping it from going into the end zone. So it's 6.5 minutes to go. Ball on the 1. The Hawks 1. And Chandler, this is the same kind of situation they were in earlier. They got a safety called on the penalty. Holding penalty in the end zone.
They will have to work themselves out of the hole on this 1st and 10.
They're going to try to run this one out of the end zone, and he does get out. He gets about to the 5. So they get out of the end zone, no penalties there, so they will avoid the safety this time and get it out to the 5-yard line. So it's 2nd and 6. Well, with the Wildcat again, and this time it kind of collapses around him, trying to work it back to the other side, and then they're going to mark him down at the 5. So no gain. It'll be 3rd and 6 again.
The clock's going to keep on running. 5:45 now left in the ball game.
With some substitutions here for the Hawks. They're going to set up. Oh, I thought they were going to set up with 4 receivers over there, but no, just 3. 3 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left, and Gerdine. And now we get a timeout by the Hawks as the play clock was down to 1. So they'll take a timeout to avoid the delay of game penalty. It'll remain 3rd and 6. 5:24 to go here, Chandler, in the 4th quarter.
So we will tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring is your trusted source for all things flooring. Online at stonemountaincarpet.biz, proud sponsors of Cape Central football. As the Tigers do seem to be in control of this game, 37-28, they're up by 9, so it is a 2-score game. And it's a little bit closer than what we're used to.
Yeah.
This late into the game. Typically, the Tigers would be running away with it, but the Hawks have stuck around here, Ryan, this evening. And 37-28 is your score. We got a 2nd and 6 from the 5. Actually, a 3rd and 6. I think they need to update on that.
Yeah, they need to update the scoreboard.
3rd and 6 from the 5.
Back to pass. Gerdine collapsing the pocket, throwing, and they're going to call it incomplete. He almost caught that one right before the turf, but it bounces off the turf. It'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 6. It looks like they're going to go ahead and try to punt this one away, which is probably the best you can hope for at this point. Unless they try to do maybe a fake punt, but I don't see that happening, because he's going to have to line up here near the back of the end zone to get a good running start to try to punt it away, as the Tigers are not worried about chasing down the punt, and it's going to bounce and get a Tiger roll. It'll have to pick it up at the 33-yard line. So the Tigers, good field position here to start this drive with 5:09 to go in the 4th.
Just got to kill some clock, Ryan. That's what we got to do here. I mean, this game it's been close. It's really been close. The Hawks have hung around as of late, but the Tigers do appear to be in control, and with a 9-point lead here, with just over 5 minutes left, got to hang on to this ball, take some time off the clock, and come up with a victory.
Yeah, and if you're the Hawks, too, it's unfortunate that you gave up those 3 straight touchdowns to the Tigers, because this could be a whole different game as that ball is handed off to Thomas. He's going to break a tackle, then fall forward for the first down. It looks like he's going to gain 11 there. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Now under 5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. We're at 3 receivers to the right. Pittman will take the snap, hand it off, running it up the middle is Murray. He breaks a tackle, and he'll get brought down just shy of the end zone at about the 2-yard line. A big time run for Torrance Murray. Looks like maybe the 3-yard line. So a 20-yard gain.
And they'll send Jathan Spain back into the game now for the Tigers.
I can see Spain setting up maybe as a blocker for one of the running backs, either Murray or Thomas. Spain's definitely a tight end. He's one of the bigger kids on the team, and when I say bigger, he's taller. Going to hand it off, and he's going to make it to the 2-yard line, 1-yard line. Just short of that goal line. It's 2nd and goal. So Thomas, if they can get him another touchdown here, give him 6 in one game.
He hasn't had
6
6 in one game, has he? Nah.
Not this year. They give it to Thomas, and he gets up the middle in the end zone for a touchdown. That is 6 on the night. Six touchdowns in one game for Zaire Thomas. 4 rushing, 2 receiving. And the Tigers up 43-28. As Joey Charlton will kick the extra point. 3:23 left here in the 4th quarter. And the kick is up. And it's good. 44-28. Tigers leading here over the Hawks from Lift for Life out of St. Louis. And we just want to say a big thank you to those of you who tuned in from St. Louis to watch the game here on YouTube.
Nice to have you with us.
Quite a few people commenting there throughout the game, saying "Let's go Hawks." So it's nice that we thank you that you joined us, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Yeah,
something different than what you guys are probably used to from from up there. So
44-28 is the score, a 16-point game, and I think it's safe to say after that touchdown, this might have just about sealed the deal for a Tigers victory here this evening. But got to give some credit to the Hawks because they really did stick around and kept this one pretty competitive up until the end.
Yeah, they fought their way back into this game. They were down by 3 scores and were able to fight their way into a 6-point deficit at halftime. And then the Tigers were able to score. They answered back, the Hawks did, and now the Tigers have started to pull away. As that's a deep kick, and it'll get into the end zone for a touchback. So let's look at the schedule here for Live for Life, since we've been talking about, they have a bunch of road games. So their first game of the season, they won 73-0. Then they went to West Chicago. They lost to Wheaton Academy 42-0. Then they went to Houston, Texas, and played at St. Francis Episcopal and lost 43-22. But let's talk about that. They went to West Chicago, Illinois, and then to Houston, Texas, playing 2 road games, 2 big road games, travel-wise.
They've been all over the place.
Especially Houston, yeah. I wonder where they were able to play that game if they played. With it being Texas, they probably had their own, D1 size stadium at St. Francis Episcopal. So when they played St. Mary's Southside, they beat them by 2. That's a district opponent for both teams. That's a district opponent for the Tigers. And then, like we said earlier, they played Cardinal Ritter, lost 50-16. As they got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and they're going to fake the handoff, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield. A big tackle for the Tiger defense. As Jonathan Williams, I believe, was the man who made that sack in the backfield. Yep, a big-time tackle for a loss of 5 yards back to the 15-yard line. Tiger defense, at least Jonathan Williams, didn't fall for the handoff and came right up the gut. And this time they're going to throw, and it will be caught on the near sideline. And he tried to tiptoe the line, but he ends up going out of bounds at the 26-yard line. So short from the first down marker at the 30. It'll be 3rd and 4. Two receivers on each side. And it's Phoenix Isaiah in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, fake the handoff. Here comes the defense. Rolls to his right. Flag comes in. They'll throw, and it's going to go out of bounds. Incomplete. But there's a flag near the 25-yard line. And I think there's going to be a holding penalty on the Hawks, which is 4th down now. Yep, holding on Live for Life. Looks like they're going to accept the penalty. Nope. Yep, they will accept the penalty. That will move them back to the 16-yard line. 10-yard penalty makes it 3rd and 14. So the Hawks need 14 yards. As we're down to 2:05 here in the 4th quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Phoenix Isaiah, play clock down to 5. Isaiah takes the snap, steps back to pass. And here comes the defense, swallowed up in the pocket. And he'll get brought down for another loss, and that will bring up 4th down. A big loss, Chandler, as they're going to mark him down at the 9-yard line. 4th and 21.
Yeah, big play there by linebacker Reed for this Tigers defense. Stepping up here with now under a minute and a half left to go. 4th and 21. That pushes them way back.
Are we going to... No, they're going to take a timeout as the play clock was down to 5. I was about to say, are they going to try to go for it? Because there was nobody setting up back in the end zone for the punt. Well, I don't think I would want to go for it.
I wouldn't see much of a reason to at this point. The game is...
It's pretty much at this point over.
At this point. There's no way to...
And we got a minute 14. And they also, when you think about it too, wasted quite a bit of time before calling that timeout. Because their play clock ended up being stopped at 5 seconds when they finally called the timeout. Their second timeout, they've got 1 remaining. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen here at Tiger Stadium in Cape Central High School, where the Tigers come in 6-1, looking to improve to 7-1, and as of right now, it's only got a minute and 14 seconds before they pick up their 7th win. He is going to set up in the end zone to punt this one away. Nope, they're going to fake it, direct snap, and he's going to end up stepping out of bounds. That was number 0, Monterion Rush. And they will turn it over at the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 17 with a minute 9 to go, and Chapman Ogles will come into the game now for the Tigers. As we look for the Tigers to just run the ball a couple times to run out the clock here to improve to 7-1. It started out, we've said it many times, started out looking like it was going to be a blowout. It was 21-0 at one point, and then the Hawks scored 22 straight. Or not 22 straight, they outscored the Tigers 22-8 after that. Or 22-7, I'm sorry. And then Tigers there was a lot of penalties that caused the Tigers to get a safety, then a very good field position as Ogles will take the snap, kneel it. And it's going to be 2nd and 13. They move the ball back to the 20-yard line. They should only have to snap it and kneel it 2 more times. 1 more time. We'll see. Yeah, probably 2 more.
I just said once.
If they can, well, yeah. I'm trying to do math as the clocks are both ticking down. I think they will have to. Oh, they kneeled it there, and now the clock will continue to run as the play clock does not reset. So, yeah, only once. Good call, Chandler. I was trying to figure out time-wise what they was going to do, but, yeah, the Tigers will win on senior night 44-28 over the Lift for Life Hawks, so improving to 7-1 on the season. We will take a break, and then when we come back, we'll have the postgame show for you here on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sykeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Protect your home's curb appeal. Don't let black streaks lower the value of your home. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings installs Owens Corning Street Guard algae-resistant shingles. These shingles inhibit the growth of algae by using a specialized copper line granule from 3M. They're available in a wide variety of styles and colors and comes with a 25-year algae resistance limited warranty. Keep your roof looking like new. Right roof, right roofer. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings with locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Every pass, every tackle, every touchdown. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as the Tigers win 44-28 here over the Lift for Life Hawks and improve to 7-1 on the season. The Hawks fall to 4-4 as one game left to go. Next week, it'll be against Kennett. It'll be the final regular season game, and then we'll get into district play. Kennett ended up losing 39-0 here tonight to Poplar Bluff.
Oh, no.
So it's been a long year for the Kennett Indians as they have struggled this year.
I'd say.
So the biggest thing here tonight was Zaire Thomas with 6 total touchdowns. He had 4 rushing, 2 receiving. And basically, actually not even basically, he was part of all of the points tonight besides the safety.
Yeah.
All the points put up on the board that came by touchdowns were thanks to Zaire Thomas, either on the ground or making some catches and taking it into the end zone.
So we will name him our player of the game. Strickland Engineering sponsors that. Mechanical, electrical, civil, structural, and surveying. That is Strickland Engineering. They have you covered. For more information, find them online at stricklandengineering.com. Our player of the game is Zaire Thomas. And you mentioned it, Ryan. We're looking at Kennett next week. They are 0-7 on the season after their loss tonight. So actually probably 0-8 after tonight. So we will be facing off against them next week. And it's going to be a home game right before we start the district play. So 44-28. That is your final this evening as the Hawks stuck around in this one. They really did. It's a little bit more of a competitive matchup than what we have seen all season long as we have shut out pretty well everybody we've played with the exception of Jackson. And they hung around in this one. We had a 6-point lead going into the half, and we were able to pull away in the end. 44-28 is your final. So we want to say once again thanks for everybody watching over on YouTube, all of the Tigers fans and the people up in St. Louis watching us too. We appreciated hearing from everybody this evening. And also on Cape Radio 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. We'll see you back here again next week. I'm Chandler Jansen. We got Ryan Winkler over here. Anything else you'd like to add?
The Tigers are going to probably be the 2 seed when we get to that district playoffs. So we'll have probably 2 home games. And then, if Cardinal Ritter and the Tigers both make it to the championship, we'll end up on the road for the Cardinal Ritter game as just that home field thing that they got going on with the Tigers having 2 home games and then them having just the one. Because there's an odd number of teams in our district, so they'll get a bye in that first week. So yeah, like Chandler said, that'll do it for us here. Next week, Kennett, final game of the regular season, then followed by districts. I'm Ryan Winkler, Chandler Jansen, Anthony back at the station. We'll see you next week for the final home game of the regular season.
You've been listening to Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk. This presentation of Cape Central Tigers football has been brought to you by Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors and Coatings, Banterra Bank, Cape Career and Technology Center, Rosati's Pizza, Stone Mountain Flooring, Strickland Engineering, and DollarSavingDeals.com. Join us next time for more Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.